Good evening. Are you there? It is already post-lunch session, and I came to know that since morning you are listening. This is fourth or fifth session. I don't think in one day you would have done 5 lectures continuously. So it is really difficult. But at least faculties, those who are present here, they would have sustained. So I will not take much of the time. Due to time constraint, I will focus on very important matters only. I will curtail my speech up to some extent. Okay? The most important title of your conference is entrepreneurship. Friends, entrepreneur is an economic agent who unites all factors of production like land, labor, capital and enterprise. Okay? I will not speak much about qualities of entrepreneur or types of entrepreneurs. But I would like to take you on international level through my speech. What I am going to speak, that will definitely serve the purpose of this conference, that I hope. But before starting my speech on innovations and entrepreneurship, I would like to tell you something. I could recall 3 to 4 my very old colleagues like Kiran sir, Chavan sir, Panda madam, librarian sir. तो ये वही जगह है जहाँ से मेरी जिंदगी की शुरुआत हुई थी. Friends, you would not know last people sitting in last rows, they must not know this fact that I am the first faculty of this institution. The day on which this college was started, I delivered the first lecture. And I am very lucky enough to be here. Once more I am here on the same dais. Life is circular. I think it was 2005. Today 2019 it is. Almost 14 to 15 years span had gone up and I am here again. So this is what the miracle, this is what the magic of life, I will say. Okay? So let us go to entrepreneurship. Friends, through my slides I would like to tell you the progress done by entrepreneurs on international level. Not only entrepreneurs, but I will talk about corporates more than that of entrepreneurs. I have decided that I will speak about innovations. Okay. So I am going to give some examples. Before these examples, I will tell you 2 to 3 important things. Entrepreneurship is based on innovation. Innovation is based on research. And research has a very strong base of IPR, that is intellectual property rights. You would have heard about patents, you would have read about patents. You know, patent is a monopolistic right granted to a person for finding out any method, process or manner of manufacture. Any invention or innovation should be there. 2 things are there. If it is invention, it is a totally new thing which comes into existence for the first time in the history of the world. If it is innovation, it is an advancement in the existing technology, existing product. Improvement is innovation. These are the 2 things which leads to entrepreneurship and startups. Friends, I am just going to talk with all of you that why not we become entrepreneurs. As I was listening to Parle sir's session before this, so having doctorate from IIT, now he is having his startup. So this is an example in front of you. There is tremendous power in entrepreneurship. Sky is the limit for the progress, for the person who has real talent and who believes himself. He can become an entrepreneur through startup. I must congratulate you, sir. And all the youngsters who are sitting here, I will appeal to all of you. If you have any one quality, if you have any one good thought which you can develop through research, you please develop it. People have done miracles in the world. Let us talk about it. So we will have some motivation about it. First example is Vodafone. What is the miracle of Vodafone? In Tanzania, Tanzania is one of the states of South Africa. In Tanzania, they have started ambulance service in rural areas of Tanzania, it was very difficult to take pregnant women into hospital, accidental cases into hospital. So they have started with taxis, and their rural network is so strong. They are having through rural network different drivers. They are getting available on one phone call, and drivers are paid through M-Pesa. Online payments are given to the drivers, and volunteers are providing that service. It is a very miraculous thing, I will say. Second is air-powered wheelchair, which is designed for the kids with disabilities. In the San Antonio Park of Texas. Texas is one of the leading states of America, very developed state city, one of the developed states. And air-powered wheelchair which can be recharged within 10 minutes, which has electrical battery backup. And it is providing tremendous joy to physically handicapped people. We can imagine the kids who cannot go to the park, even they go to the park, how they should enjoy. Like, they are facing with different kinds of disabilities. Throughout the world, this problem is there. But this is invention, something new, what we can do for the world. Research is materialistic only when it is useful for human mankind. When that research has inbuilt power of supporting the life of human being, and then it is appreciated. Our next example is solar powered tents, which have been designed by 12 teenagers. School-going students have developed solar powered tents. The people who don't have their own homes, they are having that tents which can be rolled back. Is that clear? In backpack that can be carried out. And on solar power they can survive themselves. This program is appreciated by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I think it is world's #1 university. I must tell you, 70 students and professors have Nobel Prize, 70 Nobel laureates of one university, that is MIT. $10,000 million grant has been provided by MIT. That project was submitted to Massachusetts Institute of Technology in June 2019. June 2018. So $10,000 grant is given, and that project is more flourishing now. The remarkable thing is that school-going students have invented this. See the thinking, at what level it can go, and it has been successful. Many poor people in the world, if you see, how many people are living below poverty line? Those who do not have their own homes. Through one backpack they are getting their home. What is a big thing other than this? The next is disaster maps. See, you would have heard of many news about Facebook. You would have heard about the data sharing allegations on Facebook in last 2-3 months. Friends, Facebook has tremendous power. Facebook is the world's strongest social network which has large number of users, highest number of users. The information on Facebook about the addresses, details of users of Facebook is being used to help the volunteers, the organizations which are NGOs, non-government organizations working for human mankind, disaster management organizations, we can say. Data is provided to them. Whenever disaster happens, who are the users of Facebook in that nearby area, whether they can reach up to the spot, that is being sorted out through disaster maps. Then next is solar powered water delivery card, VATR. VATR is a product which is not yet launched in the market, but I must tell you, in rural areas of the world, many women as well as children, they are forced to bring the drinking water. They are literally carrying the pots on their head, and they are traveling number of kilometers like a pedestrian. This is a dangerous thing. VATR is the product which is carrying 20 dozen water bottles at one point of time. Is that clear? And it is supporting that rural people according to Fast Company. Next is SpaceX. You know, SpaceX is a American space transportation company. The rockets which are launched that were thrown into trash once they are used. SpaceX has designed reusable rocket. Okay. Now the fixed cost has been reduced. Second thing, very interesting thing I am going to tell you. The journey between Delhi to Tokyo can be commuted in 50 minutes. Are you listening? Delhi to Tokyo, India and Japan, 50 minutes through rocket. This is the design of SpaceX. 16 trials have already been conducted. 16 trials. So it will be commercially launched in a very minimum time. We can expect that. It is going to change the pace and pattern of the transportation of the world, that I will say. Then next is Reliance 4G. Friends, before introduction of Jio, you could recall the data speed, okay, the number of call drops. What were the problems relating to use of mobiles, all telecommunication problems you would have faced as users? After the launching of Jio, you could have faced that change. No call is dropped, you are getting tremendous speed, more GB data you are using, almost free of cost. How is it possible? The competitors of Jio, including Idea, Airtel, Vodafone, they are using old technologies. They are transmitting their calls through wires, you know. And Jio has launched some different technique. The major invention of Jio has invested 2,50,000 crores of amount in developing new technology. And that new technology is a submarine cable network. Submarine. So they have put down their own network underground through seawater. And there are the issues. What issues were there relating to call drops and low data speed, low data transmission, that have been totally overcome. One more thing Jio has given, that is VoLT, VoLT. You would have heard about it, voice over long-term evolution. Voice over long-term evolution has reduced all these kind of problems. Maybe call drop, maybe low data speed. So this is what the miracle of Jio, that I will say. The next is Amagi advertisement. Amagi is one of the largest, India's largest TV networks, advertising agency it is. The major invention of Amagi is what? Amagi had become successful in setting up one instrument in satellite. Through that instrument, what benefit is given to Indian television network? You would have seen the advertisements lot many times while watching serials or cricket matches or even movies. We get ads in between. The ad which is shown in one channel, for example, if you are watching Aaj Tak, an ad is going on Aaj Tak. What ad is going on in Maharashtra? Same ad was going on throughout India, throughout. If it is in any regional language, same it will be. It was being shown on the TV channel. Amagi had become successful in geo-targeted technique. Now, what is geo-targeted technique? Geo-targeted technique is to change the ad at simultaneous point of time in different states. For example, what ad is going on at this time in Maharashtra? It would be different in Uttar Pradesh, would be different in Odisha. Like, so different states are enjoying different ads with their regional languages maybe, or any English. So this is what the major invention of geo-targeted technology. One of the best inventions, I will say. The next is MasterCard. The MasterCard is America's leading multinational financial corporation. The invention of MasterCard is that you can pay your amount by taking a selfie. What PIN numbers you are putting for RuPay cards or Visa cards, you have to put your PIN number. You are getting OTP codes, one-time passwords, if you have to undertake any online transaction. MasterCard invented the technique of making payment by taking a selfie. Your selfie will be your PIN number as good as. Okay. The next is Samsung. You would have heard a lot about Samsung. Friends, at the inception of my speech, I told that IPR is the base of any research. If research is not properly accounted, if it is not registered properly, then patent cannot be given, and if patent is given properly, then there can be very much financial growth on the part of researcher. Is that clear? There may be difference between the researcher and owner of that particular technology. I would like to ask you a simple question. Who invented the bulb? Who invented the bulb? Thomas Alva Edison. Okay. Then it is wrong answer. This is the wrong answer. Edison invented tungsten filament. The bulb, the patent of bulb is with Henry Woodman. You know, when tungsten was found out, when it was fitted by Thomas Alva Edison in a bulb, when it became successful, that bulb was going on for 16 hours, and then patent was given to Edison for tungsten. But for starting commercial project on manufacturing of bulbs, Edison has taken written consent by paying royalty to Henry Woodman. This is the power of research as well as innovations. He was an entrepreneur. Thomas Alva Edison, world's biggest industrialist he became. A very nice story of Edison is there, but due to time constraint I could not tell you that story. So these are what the things that I would like to tell you. If you will see the leading companies in the world on international level, you will come to know that continuous updation is the reason of success of the company. IBM is the world's largest patent holder organization, corporate I will say. Can you tell me what are the patents registered by IBM in the year 2018? More than 9,500 patents within 1 year IBM has registered. Second is Samsung, more than 8,000 patents. LG, Intel, Google, all these are the companies which are continuously doing R&D and they are getting patents, and that's why they are monopolistic leaders of the world. So continuous research, continuous updation, thinking, transformation of thinking into particular manufacture, that is what expected in entrepreneurship. Is that clear? About Samsung I will say, all of you know this example. When Android was launched by Google advertised that we are ready to give it free of cost to any mobile handset manufacturing company. Samsung accepted Android technology and it has developed its products. Nokia was the market leader. When Android was launched, Nokia denied to accept Android. That was the biggest mistake of Nokia. Is that clear? Nokia said we will develop our own technology. We will not accept the product of Google. Today Samsung is the market leader. Nokia is nowhere. More than 90% market share was with Nokia. Today more than 70% only with Samsung. Can you imagine? So this is what the managerial decision making aspect as well as research aspect. Samsung is continuously updating. It is second largest company in the world holding patents. 2018, since last 10 years. IBM is continuously on the top, but Samsung is on number 2. More than 8,000 patents Samsung has filed to International Cooperative Treaty for patents. Can you imagine? This is the speed of inventions. And we are expecting through these conferences, you are very youngsters I am facing here. If you have any idea in your mind, you try to develop it. If a school going student can develop a tent, which is a solar energy tent, why cannot we We can do anything. Only thing is that we should have proper thinking base, and we should have an ability to transform our thinking into reality. That is what expected. And I hope you will do this. Okay. So this is what I wanted to tell you about all these things, about the entrepreneurship. Okay. And lastly, I will tell, as I have said, I had given you examples of different corporates in today's date, what it is doing, what is the speed of success they are maintaining, what are the reasons. I hope all of you will take a note of it and you will transform your own efforts to the point of success in your coming times. And lastly, I would like to thank the organizers, the management of Alard Institute of Management Sciences, Chairman Alard sir, my very good friend, very close friend, Secretary, Mr. Rama Yadav sir, Director sir, Tripathi sir, all the faculties, Panda madam, Kiran sir, all participants from different institutes. I came to know from Bombay also some participants are there, various parts of the country people are here. So I would like to thank them for silent listening, giving me an opportunity. और जाते जाते मैं आप सबके लिए एक शेर बोलता हूँ. जब तक मैं शायरी नहीं बोलता तब तक मेरा स्पीच कंप्लीट नहीं होता. तो आई विल से वन शेर फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू और फिर मैं रुक जाऊंगा. कभी आसमां से चांद उतरे और एक जाम हो जाए, कभी आसमां से चांद उतरे और एक जाम हो जाए, आपके नाम की एक सुनहरी शाम हो जाए. कभी नहीं अभी वाह बोला. कभी आसमां से चांद उतरे और एक जाम हो जाए, आपके नाम की एक सुनहरी शाम हो जाए. रहने दो उजाले आपकी यादों के हमारे दिल में, न जाने कौन सी गली में जिंदगी की शाम हो जाए. थैंक यू.